Welcome. Today's lesson is about the present perfect continuous. If you're on this lesson, that means that you've already studied the present perfect, and then you know that the present perfect has three uses. The first use was for a one-time past action where you don't know the time, a many-time past action, but again you don't know the times, and the third one looked like this. It was a timeline, and then now, and future, and it started in the past, and it continued until the present tense. This is also when you use the present perfect continuous. So let me give you some examples of the present perfect continuous. Something that started in the past and continues until now. You would say, for example, I have been living in Vancouver for 3 years. You need a subject here. Have or has, that changes according to the subject. Been, because you need the verb be here, and then the present participle has the ing on the end of it. So I have been living in Vancouver for 3 years. You can also say I have lived in Vancouver for 3 years. However, I prefer to use the ing, I have been living in Vancouver for 3 years, because it has the ing on the end, and that tells the listener that it is not finished. Remember, ing in English means not complete. So, other examples here. One thing I should say is, because it's a verb that continues for a long time, you can only use it with certain verbs. Let me give you some examples. How about, well, I did say living. How about studying? I could say, he has been studying, U-D-Y-I-N-G. He has been studying math. He has been studying math at university. He's been studying math at university. Has been studying math. Is he still studying? Of course he is, because he started a while ago. He's still in the middle of studying math at university. Working, I could say we have been working. We have been working at ABC Company. We have been working at ABC Company. So we started working at that company in the past, and we are still working there today. So we've become best friends. We have been working. So there it is again. Have and been and ing working. Now watch out, because some verbs cannot be used in the continuous tense. And I was thinking of the verb read. If you have the verb read and you say, I have been, B-E-E-N, I have been, that's sloppy, I have been reading, I've been reading that book for a week. If you say, I've been reading that book for a week, it means that you started a week ago and you are still reading that book. But if I use the present perfect and I say, I have read that book, R-E-A-D, I have read that book, it doesn't look the same at all, because I have read that book is finished. I have read that book, I remember the book, I started it, I finished it, it is all in the past. So present perfect, I have read, that is finished. Here, have been reading, that's not finished. So present perfect, finished. Present perfect continuous, not finished. But as I said before, with my first example, I have lived in Vancouver for 3 years, that is correct. And I have been living in Vancouver for 3 years, that's also correct. But I would choose the second one because it has the ing and it tells the listener that it's still continuing. Okay? Anything else I want to say? I think that's good. Oh, you notice that I used for and, did I use since? I don't remember. But my example here has a for. I've been reading that book for a week, F-O-R, and that tells you how long it is. There's another word that you can use here too. You can say, I have been reading that book since, I'll just write it below here, since, C-E, last week. since last week. And since is also used with the present perfect continuous to show the beginning time. So since would be here, S-I-N-C-E. Since is that time. And then for is all of this time in the middle. I've been reading that book for a week, so I started a week ago. I have been reading that book since a week ago, and since last week, so it's the same thing. Same idea. You're going to see both of these words, for and since, when you have the present perfect. Okay? So study the rest of this page. There is a really good exercise at the end. So good learning. Bye for now.